All right, so another edition of the Real Talk here on Sammy Flex TV, and this time around, still running affairs on the streets of East Legon with a gentleman here with me who had good intentions, but unfortunately, his good intentions are panning out to be evil. Today, he is here to explain what happened and what he intends to do moving forward. My name is Sammy Flex, and this is the Real Talk on Sammy Flex TV, with production perfectly being handled by Currency, the digital Rasta. Now, to those of you who have been following some issues on radio, especially last Saturday on Peace FM, I believe you heard a discussion on our legendary actor Sam Adjeteyfio, aka TT, where it was discussed that a gentleman is trying to use his image or the brand name of Sam Adjeteyfio to take some monies from some people to dupe them in the name of doing this and that. Finally, Sammy Flex TV, we have the gentleman here to explain to us what really went down and why his name is still being put in the mud. He is a gospel artist, he is a man of God, so we doubt even if he will surely do this. But then we are going to listen to him. That is from the horse's own mouth. Josimba, welcome, sir.
Yeah. Welcome, sir. Thank you, Miss David. Welcome. Thank you.
I know, right?
Yesuba.
Oh, Yesuba. So, which is the chosen?
Yeah, that's the name. Chosen Yesuba. It's an artistic. I mean, chosen is like the same, like chosen.
So, chosen Yesuba.
Yeah.
I see. Do you have some of your works out already, even before we start talking?
Yeah. I do. Just released the Last Days EP, and it's a youthful vibe. It's rap based. So I did a lot of rap just for the youth. I was trying to put, some spirit-filled, words into the music. So I normally do ballads and other stuff, but this time around, I decided to go the rap way in order to reach out to the youth because I know they enjoy rap music. Yeah.
I see. All right, so chosen Yesuba.
Yeah.
All right, so what you can do is to start looking for him online. Maybe you can chance on some of his works. Now, where were you last Saturday?
Last Saturday.
Between the hours of, I think, 1 and about 5 p.m.
1 and about 5 p.m. I was in school.
Okay. I'm asking where you were because you were chastised on radio and you were nowhere to defend yourself. You were nowhere to even say that, oh, what they are talking about or what is being discussed is a lie or it is true. Did you try using the name of Sam Adjeteyfio, veteran actor, aka TT, on social media to generate some coins for your own usage?
No.
Because that is the story out. That is the story out.
No. That's not the point. I'll say a big no to that because people took things out of context. They blew it out of proportion. We all know how social media reacts to negative news sometimes. So that was what really happened. But the truth is that we all know Sam Adjeteyfio's condition. Last year, he was in a critical condition. He was moving from one media platform to the other, trying to solicit for funds. A young lady spoke to me on WhatsApp because at the time I was writing a lot on campus, and then she told me to do something for her uncle.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, okay, so what's wrong with him? And then she explained. So I did an article. And then the article I termed it, apathy to the living. Apathy to the living. I've forgotten the title, but I did an article and I spoke, extensively about how we treat this. Our celebrities or.
So in this case, the uncle, the lady wanted you to do something for was Sam Adjeteyfio.
Yes. And I grew up watching Sam Adjeteyfio in the 90s. Who didn't run home
We all did.
to watch Taxi Driver?
Yeah.
So he's somebody, I like the way he speaks. He speaks impeccable English. Not what we are doing today. Yeah, so I was so happy I was going to do something positive for the man. So I did that article and it went viral. He even got more interviews. And then I called him on phone and spoke to him. I checked how he was doing. He explained how he was doing all that. And I told him that I had done this article on him. And I wish to support him in my own small way. And then I got a green light. So I did a second article. I actually spoke to him on phone and in a sort of an interview. So I spoke to him. I asked him. I saw celebrities saying they were going to help you, do this for you, do that for you. How has it been? He said no. They just promised, and I've not heard from anybody. Very few people. So he mentioned them, and I had to do another story on that. That also went viral. I got almost every media house posting it, talking about it, and my name was there, Listowella Kwe and blah blah blah. So this year I intended helping orphans and needy children, and then for you to, I mean, every year you get new friends on WhatsApp, on Facebook, new contacts. So I decided to do a recap on what I did last year for the purposes of authenticity and credibility, because in Ghana, when you are dealing with money, it's a different ball game. People will read meanings into that. So for me, for people not to think that I am on an agenda to
Dupe someone.
someone, or I mean extort monies from people for my own gain, I had to do a recap of what I had done for Sam Adjeteyfio. Though I didn't publicize it that I raised this amount of money and give to him, it was between himself and I and his son.
So the one you did for him last year, how much did you generate for him?
I don't want to disclose because I mean,
Was it enough to take care of his medical bills?
Yeah, it was enough to do a lot of stuff for him. Okay. And then I actually sent it through mobile money because he wanted to see me, because we talk a lot on phone. And I told him that, I mean, the Bible says that when the right does something, the left doesn't have to know. He doesn't have to see me before I can do something for him, because it is his money, not mine. Okay. So I'll just send it. And I made sure that every conversation I had with him, even from last year, I record them. Secondly, to every mobile money transfer that came to me in his name, I screenshot them and hid them on my machine. So along the line, I was posting them online so that if you had sent me money, you will see your receipts on my Facebook wall that what you sent me has been posted with your name, and I will thank you in a graphics font, like a nice graphics font. So on the past Tuesday, I had to do a recap on that. I posted only 4 pictures with the old flyer I used to solicit for the fans.
So it was just a recap.
A recap.
Did you do you remember the exact words you posted?
Yeah, I said that somewhere in 2018, I embarked on this initiative, raise funds for one of Ghana's veteran actors, and I got some friends of mine with the heart of gold out here to support me. I'm trying to support me. I mean, to raise the funds, and many who even said I should not disclose, I should keep them anonymous. And then the next line I wrote, this year I'm focusing on orphans and needy children, and I wish that the public will help me. And then the last line I said, I'll be coming your way for you to support me in cash and kind. Okay. Christmas is fast approaching. Put a smile on the face of a little boy or a little girl. And at the time I was working on an artwork, but the artwork was not ready. So when I posted on Tuesday, I didn't even pay attention to it. I just went about doing my daily stuff, rounds. I will go to school and come back, and then I have some Bible classes that I do. So I came back, slept. The next morning, I realized that my phone was blowing up. People were calling, text messages. It was beeping all along. So I was like, what's going on? So I picked a few calls. And the friends that I picked, the ones I know, because there were lots of unknown numbers. So I picked the ones that had names, that what's going on. They said, oh, Charlie, I see your post on Sam. Last year, the guy said we do something, give him. How did they do? I said, oh, he's good. He's there. He's managing the situation. So Charlie, this year, what they go on? I said, oh, this year I'm focusing on kids, orphans, and specifically orphans and needy children. And they said, bro, Charlie, you for add the man, because we go feed, organize on rice, then oil go give and make it take chop.
So in your post, the focus was not on the man.
No.
But the people who were calling to support, they suggested that you add some Adjeteyfio.
Yes. So when they suggested I add him, I was going to post my current flyer, which had only kids on it, with me down there, so that you know who your money is going to. Okay. And then I called Sam to verify from him if he would love to be part of these years, because people had shown interest. Okay. So in a phone conversation, which I also recorded for credibility purposes. So I called him, I introduced myself. My name is Chosin Listowell, or Chosin Yesuba. he didn't get me the first time. So we had about 15 minutes conversation. In the middle there, we were talking about articles. We were talking about, I mean, how people, the recap I did, how people were reacting to it. And then he mentioned my name himself, like Listowell. I remember you did an article on me, blah, blah, blah. And then I said, yeah, you are now remembering. I said, no, he remembers me. But he was trying to find the connect, yeah. And then we spoke. We even spoke about personal issues and all that. And then the conversation was over. And then later, I got a call from one lady. She introduced herself as Sylvia. And then she started questioning me about why I am trying to, like, who gave me the right to take monies from people that Sam Adjeteyfio was going for a surgery. So in the conversation, I said, no, I didn't do such a thing. She should take time. And let me give her an explanation, because there's a mix-up somewhere. I did a recap post, but that flyer she's seeing is for the previous year. Okay. And if she has visited my Facebook wall, she will see that I clearly stated that in 2018. So the new post that I did after speaking to Sam Adjeteyfio, I posted the old flyer and the new one together with the same post, the same write-up, and I just added Sam Adjeteyfio's name because now he had accepted that I add him to the kids. So I had to post the old flyer and the new one for people to know that if I said 2018 in my post, then 2018 refers to this. And then if I said I'm looking at needy children this year, then this is the flyer. But the lady Sylvia was like she was escalating with words.
But then, according to what I listened to on radio on Peace FM, I heard Sam gave the lady the order to put out that disclaimer that he doesn't know anything about what you were doing on social media.
Fairly was true, because when things started escalating on social media, when the issue started going viral, people started tagging me in the ladies' posts. So I had to go and read, and I saw an audio conversation with Sam saying that put a disclaimer on the thing because there are people out there using my name to make money for themselves. But what the lady didn't do was that she did not introduce me to Sam. When she called Sam, she didn't mention my name. Like, I have seen a post of one guy called Chosen Yesuba or Chosen Listowell claiming to do blah, blah, blah. She just presented an issue to the man. And anybody at all can do that. But if probably she had mentioned my name, the man would have told him that, oh, I know this guy. I have spoken to him this morning. But she didn't do that. And it was evident in her post. And then every conversation I had with her, without my permission, she recorded them and posted them after her conversation with a disclaimer on her wall. And that invited a lot of abuse. So, and his clinic is around here, like East Legon here. So anytime he's coming to Accra, he's spending about 300 cedis to charter a taxi because he can't walk, he can't do any strenuous work. 300 cedis in, 300 cedis out, that's 600. The drugs are not in. The monies he pays in the hospital are not in.
So after last Saturday's discussion, which presented you as the scammer, what have you done about it? Have you been able to resolve the issue? Have you been able to clear your name now?
Well, I have done my best in my bid, but if the post could get over 600 shares in 24 hours, I'm thinking
in the post from you.
From the post from me could get over 600 shares in 24 hours. I'm thinking about how that was a good news. What about the bad news? What she posted. So I realized that no, I needed a better platform to set the record straight, because I don't know what I will gain if I'm to feed off somebody who is vulnerable. The intention is to get him out of that state, but unfortunately, we can't get him out of it. We can manage it. So as long as we can help him to stay around for as many, I mean, when I visited him, we were chatting, laughing. I was so happy because he even confessed, because previously he couldn't speak. He couldn't construct 3 sentences continuous. He would take his time. The way he breathes, you could feel it. But now he could speak, laugh.
So it means a little bit of energy is in.
Yeah, improvement. People all around the world support him one way or the other, but he even needs more. So when my friends did that, I got some advice from some seniors like you and others in the industry, and they told me that, no, Listowa, we know you. We know who you are. It is true people know you, you won't do this, but bad news spreads fast. You wouldn't know where the contest this will end. So you have to find room, another platform. So
okay, so now this is what we're going to do. You know the story, you know the back and forth, you know the situation so far, and how far we've come. We're going to give Listo the next 3 minutes to just tell you that, in fact, he doesn't intend to scam anyone. He has a genuine project which is about happening. He still needs your support. He still needs your little here and there to fund some projects to take care of these little ones, especially for Christmas. That is what we're going to listen to our man Listowell say, and after that we'll wrap up the whole chat. Big man, talk to the people.
Okay, so my name is Listowell Akwe. I was born Listowell Akwe, a budding gospel artist. I'm a writer, a spoken word artist. I do gospel. My intention was not to dupe, scam, or extort monies from anybody, as has been purported by Sylvia or some people, or those saying things about me. The flyers they are spreading around that I'm a scam, I'm a fraud, and all that. Anybody that knows Listowa knows me. They know I would never venture into that area. What I seek to do is to support the needy. So if you check my new flyer, you see that I campaign to support the needy. That is my agenda. That is what I am standing for. And that is why I actually called Sam Adjeteyfio to seek his permission before adding him to this year's project. And whatever you were told, whatever videos or recordings that were posted without my consent that you are listening to came out of a circumstance where, if you realize how we were going back and forth on the phone, I realized we cannot come to a consensus. And so I had to let her move on with whatever she wanted to do so that I'll take the right steps to set the record straight. I am here soliciting for your funds, not for my personal gain, not for my own, but for the needy, for the orphans, for the needy children, for Sam Adjeteyfio himself, and any other person in any medical critical condition. As per the team will find fit, any money you send to us, we post them on social media. We post with your receipt, your mobile money receipt, your name will be there. Even if you send through a mobile money agent, his name will appear. So you know where your money is going to. At the end of the day, if you want to find out what your money was used for, the beneficiaries can attest to the fact, or you can come with us, and then you will know what we are about. And we are taking record of everything we are doing. So I want to tell the beautiful Ghanaians out there, the benevolent Ghanaians out there, they that are there to support, the needy, they that are looking for opportunity to make someone smile. This Christmas, we are calling for the old shoes your kids are not wearing again, the old bags your kids are not using, the clothes that you think are not okay again, that you want to throw away. Just call this number, 0546 970 145. 0546 970 145. Anywhere you have the clothing, just put them in a bag. Even if it is dirty, just put them in a bag. We'll put it somewhere. The shoes, the bags, detergents, even if it is key soap or Lux or anything that you have used, even if it is half, add it to it. We will come for it. Nice. And then we will take it to the hinterlands. We are taking it to people that need it the most. Sometimes you eat, and then the rice, you see, the 25.
Oh, I know so.
Okay.
The uncooked one.
The uncooked one. To make kakra was yes. I was who use this
na me kase de anu.
There be. Who use this anes so na adoring boa. We need it.
Okay.
If you want to give us a bag of rice, we want it. You want to give us oil, we want it. You want to come and have fun with the kids, we will invite you. You can come around. We just want to make everybody smile this Christmas. And that is the agenda. Thank you very much for your support. in advance.
All right, the story is now clear. If you also listen to it on radio or maybe followed it on social media where he got the label of being a scammer or whatever, now you have the real explanation. He is no scammer. I know him. Even if he scams, you just come to me. I'll find out where we can locate him and we will arrest him. Thank you so much for believing in him. Thank you for supporting in his trade. And let's support someone this Christmas as well. This has been The Real Talk coming to you from the streets of East Legon, produced by Currency Digital Rasta. My name is Sammy Flex and this is Sammy Flex TV. Subscribe and be part of the fun. We out of here.